So we discussed so what are the important nutrients are helping to improving food production. So today we are going to discuss about the amount of food determines the effect. How much nutrients is useful to improving production. So what is the effect of highest quantity of nutrients? It is not necessary that the production of all crops increases equally if an equal amount of nutrients are supplied. So it is not important. So we are growing different variety of crops. In all crops, if you use same quantity of nutrients, we are not getting the same type of production. Depending on the crop, depending on the soil property, we have to grow. Then only we are getting different various types of production. Various types, various percentage of production. So that's why if you supply same type of nutrients, same type of quantity for all crops, then we will not get sufficient production. That's why depending on the crop, we have to use different various percentage of different nutrients. Then only we can get good production. The type of crop determines the effect of the nutrients. Type of crop, it is explaining about the how much nutrients are useful, are utilizing, and how much they are giving production. So here crop is determining the effect of importance of the nutrients. For example, the effect of applying nitrogen fertilizer on an indigenous rice variety beta and a hybrid rice variety is shown in graph 3. So here we are selecting two types of crop varieties which are belongs to paddy. What are they? Indigenous means which is belongs to native crop, which we are utilizing, which we are using in our country. So that is indigenous rice variety, that is beta, and a hybrid rice IR8. So these two types of crops, both are belongs to paddy. So when we are growing these two variety of crops, how much nutrients are utilized, how much they are giving production. Now we are going to discuss the given amount of nitrogen. Amount of nitrogen applied and the crop yielded in ton per hectare. For example, nitrogen here kg per hectare. How much kg? First just 60, 120, 180. So these are the kgs here given in the text. 60, 120, 180. And here. So starting with just first applied 30 kg of nitrogen to the crop. So what is the production of beta and what is the production of IR8? We find out what is the difference between both. So 5,800, how much? 5,6 means 5.9 tons per hectare, which is beta. So IR8 given 8 tons per hectare. When we are using same quantity of nutrients, nitrogen, so how much we used? 30 kg of nitrogen we used per hectare. The production beta is 5.9 tons per hectare. So this is IR8, which is belongs to hybrid, that is 6 tons per hectare. So there is a small difference. Okay. So how much they are utilizing? How much quantity utilizing by the crop? IR8 giving. So they are taking same much of nutrients, but they are giving production. Different production they are producing. So that is important. Next, what is the difference in the effect of nitrogen fertilizer on beta and IR8? So according to this picture, so 0 kg, 60 kg, 120 kg, 80. So 30. Here is a 30. 50. If you divide into 2 equal parts, here is a 30 kg. So when we are using 30 kg of nitrogen, so here is this is beta. So 5.9 tons per hectare is IR8 6 tons per hectare. Yes, there is a different. Hybrid varieties are giving good production, the same quantity of nutrients. Okay. Next. Normally, farmer uses chemical fertilizers to increase the crop production from his fields. The question is how much fertilizer should he add? So already nowadays most of the farmers they are utilizing large quantity of fertilizers. Why? They want to get good production. Always farmers are thinking get good profit. That's why they are thinking how much fertilizer we can use, that much profit we can get. That's why nowadays most of the farmers they are utilizing large quantity of fertilizers in their crop. What is the question here? According to their thinking, according to their thoughts, how much fertilizer are you using per hectare, per acre? Already you know very well. So per acre, how much urea, how much superphosphate? So what is? So these different types of varieties we are using commonly in our surrounding area. So in our surrounding farmers, so nearby our village, most of the farmers are using urea. How much we are using per acre? Do you have any idea? So correct the information. Graph 3 shows the resultant increase in crop production for different quantities of chemical fertilizers. So according to here. Next, when we are supplying 120 120 kg nitrogen. 120 kg nitrogen, what is the production? So this is actually not 30. So when we are using 120 kg nitrogen in the field, so it is producing 5.9 tons. The same quantity if you use at 6 tons. 120 ఇచ్చేసినప్పుడు అది 5.9 6 tons, just a small difference. Okay, అంతేనా? Hybrid variety is giving you 8.2 tons per hectare. Observe the graph carefully. So how much nutrients we are using? So where is the production? Here we are using 120 kg nitrogen per hectare. PETA is giving only 5.9 tons per hectare. The same quantity of nutrients I are giving 8.2 tons. So there is a large difference we are observing. Large difference. So depending on the crop also very important to give good production. So both crops they are taking same quantity of nitrogen but production is different. So that's why crop also determining the food production. Crop also determining the depending on the utilizing of nutrients and giving production. So graph 3 shows the resultant increase in crop production for different quantities of chemical fertilizers. So if you use when you are using various types of, so without it is without. So without also it is giving a different type of food production. Zero means without using nitrogen, so small quantity you are getting. So when you are using 120 kg per acre nitrogen, so this is the production. Okay. So various types of nutrients also important to give production. So look at the graph and say whether crop production will always continue to increase as we add more and more quantities of nitrogenous fertilizers. Here. So according to graph, so when we are going to increasing the nutrients, so what about the production? If continuously if you increase the fertilizer, can we getting more than production? No. So how much it can utilize that much only. If you increase one bag, if you added one bag, we will get something. Next you added 2 bags, so we can get small increment in the production. If you use 3 bags, 4 bags, so after 5 bags, so if that is only enough for that soil, it is utilizing and giving that much of production. If we add more than 5, it cannot utilize. Then after we can add. So that is the sufficient area. That is a particular utilizing nature of the soil. That's why that much only it is utilizing and giving production. If we add 10, 11, there is no use. That's why. So how much they can utilize, that much only they can utilize, and how much they have to give production, that much only giving. If you add more than, there is no use. So that is an important point. Next, suppose 120 kg of nitrogen per hectare are added to crop of Sonara 64 wheat. A total of 5.3 tons of wheat will be produced. So here, how much? 120 kg of nitrogen per hectare. 2.4 acres, we added 120 kg nitrogen. What is the crop here? Sonara 64. So a total of 5.3 tons of wheat will be produced. By using this 120 kg nitrogen, how much production? 5.3 tons per hectare. Okay. On the base of table 2, calculate how much of phosphorus and potassium will be absorbed from the field by this wheat crop. According to table 3. Where is table 3? Sorry, table 2. Yes. So how much? 5.3 tons production given here by utilizing 120 kg nitrogen. Okay. So here 78 kg of nitrogen production is 4.900 kg. 4,900 kg. So according to this, we have to calculate how much phosphorus and how much potassium is taking. So this soil is taking 120 kg nitrogen. So it is giving 5.2 tons. The same way, this crop not only utilizing nitrogen but also it is taking phosphorus and potassium. So according to this table, how much phosphorus and how much potassium it takes. We calculate here. Okay. Next, is it advisable to add only nitrogen fertilizer to increase production? Is it sufficient for only we have to apply nitrogenous fertilizers? No, not only nitrogen but also remaining what are the macro nutrients are there. Potassium, phosphorus are very important to add to the soil. Then only whenever these 3 types of nutrients are there available, then only we can get sufficient production. Otherwise, so we can get decrease in the production. What effect will this have on other nutrients in the soil? Explain with reasons. Now let us consider the last factor related to crop production. So if we are using only nitrogen, so what about other nutrients? So if we are using fertilizers which they have different proportions of nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, then only it is useful. By using only nutrients, is there any effect on other nutrients? Yes. So what is the effect? Only we are utilizing only nitrogen. Whatever other. So according to this table, so by utilizing only one kind of nutrients, it is affecting other kind of nutrients. What is the effect?
The plant need 3 types of nutrients. If we use only nitrogen, they cannot. They want other two potassium and phosphorus. They cannot give sufficient production.
Very good. So automatically it is affecting on the production. Why? Plants need different types of macronutrients. So lack of remaining two, it is affecting. So we are getting low production. Understood? So now, so this is the point. So now let us consider the last factor related to crop production is. So according to these all activities, time will reach the harvesting. So we collected the crop. So after collecting the crop, we have to store it. Protection is very important. At the stage of harvesting, you have to protect it. Continuously 6 months, so continuously work very hard at the time of harvesting. If you leave it, total affecting on the production. That's why. So the last important property is protection. We have to protect the crop. So what is the crop protection here? Suppose we take best variety of seeds, sow them at the correct time, apply fertilizers properly at proper intervals and irrigated well. So will there be any obstacle in getting a good crop? Yes, we have started agriculture, plowed, seedlings, everything we supplied water, fertilizers, pesticides on time. So doing by this all activities, is it complete? Can we get good production? No. So when the crop is reaching the harvesting time, that time protection is very important. అంటే పంట కోతకు వచ్చిన టైంలో మాత్రం ప్రొటెక్షన్ అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్. So there are many other factors that affect the crop production. Let's look at some of them. So different types of factors are affecting on the crop production. So first, how they are affecting? If you are not following good production methods, good production measurements, automatically it is affecting on the production. So in that all measurements, one important thing is weeds. So weeds, insects and plant diseases, natural pest controlling methods. So these are the important activities we have to do at the time of crop production. First one, weeds. What is the meaning of weeds? So plants which growing along with the wanted plants. These are unwanted plants, unnecessary plants which are growing in the crop. Often in a field along with the crop plants, other unwanted plants grow. These plants are called weeds. Do you know any names of weeds in paddy field? When we are starting the agriculture, so what are the useful crops are there, useful plants are there. Along with these useful plants, some unwanted plants also growing. So these are called weeds. Do you know any name of the weed? No? Garka, Parthenium Cristophorus. So it is a scientific name of Payaribam. So it is also very very important weed which is growing in nowadays crop field, that is. So what effect do weeds have on a crop? Yes. So generally we are going to different types of different variety of crops. So what will affect some other crops also, other plants also growing along with this crop? Will you find out any effect? What is the effect? Teacher. We are growing one crop. Some other crops, other plants also growing, which are unwanted plants also growing in the same crop. So is it any effect? What is the effect?
The unwanted plants are they get diseases. The diseases are affected by this wanted.
Manisha,
Weeds only take all the
teacher.
weeds only take all the nutrients of the soil. The plant can not take all the nutrients.
So each and every factors, for every factor it is competing with the useful plants. So it is fighting for, is competing with the for water, nutrients and sunlight. So finally it is absorbing large quantity of water and nutrients. So it is leads to lack of sufficient nutrients for the useful crops. So it leads to effect on the crops. Yes, so first, how would weeds affect the supply of nutrients to the crop? How would weeds affect the supply of nutrients to the crop? how these weeds are affected. So when we are supplying the nutrients in the field, most of the nutrients are absorbed by. So they are competing, they are fighting for the nutrients. That's why most of the nutrients are absorbed by the weeds. That's why what are the crops which we are growing for the benefit, they are not getting sufficient nutrients, so automatically decrease the crop production. Next, second one, how would they affect the sunlight available to the crop? So already you know sunlight is very important. If you want to get good production, sunlight. Without sunlight, there is no production. So whenever these crops are growing, these weeds are growing our useful crops, so affecting. Sometimes it is an obstacle from sunlight. Unable to get, some plants are unable to get sunlight properly, it leads to effect. There is no, wherever there is no photosynthesis, so automatically they are not producing food. So it is also one of the important affecting factor. What effect will there be on the water available for the crop? So water. So in this room we are supplying water sufficiently for the all plants. What are the useful plants are growing, we are supplying sufficiently. But after 1 or 2 months, unexpectedly some unwanted plants are grown. So we are supplying same water. But after 3 months, whenever they are time for the growth, time for the production, at the time they are not getting sufficient water. So most of the water is absorbed by the unwanted plants. So it is also affecting on the production. Okay. Next, will these factors affect crop production? These all, what are the water, sunlight, nutrients. So these are the important factors apply to get good production. So lack of these all nutrients, is it effect on the production? Huh? Yes, these are very important factors. So whatever food we want to get sufficiently, these nutrients, sunlight, water is very important. So lack of these nutrients, automatically we can decrease our production. So that is affecting on the production. So here given, look at the crop figures relating to weeding and explain the effect on crop production if a field is free of weeds. What will happen to the yield if weeding is not done? So already you know very well. So weeds are very important affecting on the food production. So already nowadays, what are the methods? How we are removing these weeds from the crop field? So how machines are manually, how we are removing this. So what are the weeds which they are growing in our crop? Removing these weeds are called weeding. If you are not weeding the crop, what will happen? If you are not weeding, Rakesh, you are not weeding the, what will happen? If you are not weeding in the crop, what will happen? Teacher. Huh? Next. What is the meaning of weeding? Next. 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 Next.
Unwanted plants removing.
Very good. You have to remove unwanted plants. That is weeding. If you are not weeding in the crop, what will happen? Farmers are not weeding.
The losing crop not.
So if you are not removing the unwanted plants from the crop, so it is affecting on the production. So already we discussed when these plants are growing along with useful crops. So totally, what are the nutrients, water, sunlight which we are supplying, total absorbed by the weeds, so it is affecting on the food production. Okay. So here activity 3. So now here is one important activity. Make a list of the major weeds in your area. Find out which weeds grow with which crop. So you should collect the information from your elders, forefathers, fathers or grandfathers. So what type of weeds are growing in our crop? So which type of weed is growing which type of crop? So we are growing various types of crops: cotton, paddy, red gram. These are the very important major crops we are growing in our area. So along these different various types of crops, so which type of weeds are growing in these three different types of crops. You should collect the information, weeds names and which crop we are finding. If possible, collect these weeds and make display. Find out what farmers do get rid of this. Not only that, but also you should collect the information and make a flowchart and paste in the class board. So not only that, but also we have to collect some methods. So how can we rid out? Rid means exit out, removing. How can we remove the weeds from the crops? You should collect the information from our grandfather. Okay. So this is. So next, what are the other affecting factors on the crop production, food production? So next, insects and plant diseases. Insects, which are going to arthropoda, and how they are affecting on the food production. Now we are going to discuss how they are leads for the disease in the crops. అంటే పంటలో రోగాలు రావడానికి కారణం ఎలా? Apart from weeds, so plants are affected by insect attacks. So already we discussed weeds are very important to affecting on food production. Along with these weeds, so these insects also one important part which are collapsing the food production. Some insects eat the stem of plants. Some nibbles at the leaves, while others destroy the roots. But there are also insects that are useful for plants. Yes, insects are very harmful from crop production. How they are attacking? So different types of insects, so they are attacking different ways. How they are attacking? Well, some kind of insects are eating stem of the plants. Stem, already know. So this is the, if you think, so this is the stem part. So directly they are attacking the stem means, so whenever there is a pipes is what is nibble. So nibble is passing into the stem and absorbing, sucking the juice. Whenever total juice is sucking from the stem part, unable to pass water and every part to upper parts of the plant, automatically within 2 or 3 days it will goes to collapse. So that is one way destroying the. Next, some nibble at the leaves. Nibbling means eating. So when they are eating, they are making holes. Slowly it is eating throughout the leaf is eaten by the insect. So whenever eaten, total part is eaten by the, what is the leaf? Whenever total leaf is eaten by the insect, automatically it is affecting on the production. Why? First two leaves are very important part which is participating in the photosynthesis and produce the food. First of all, these insects are attacking only leaves. So automatically it can decrease the production. Next, some insects are destroy the roots. So what a great. So roots are very important part in the plant. Why? They are absorbing water and minerals from the soil. And not only they are absorbing, they are supplying throughout the body parts. So whenever these insects are attacking on the roots, directly they are attacking the roots, so total plant will goes to die. So it is also one of the ways which is collapsing the food production. So in the different ways, so insects are attacking on the crop production. Yes, so in this way the insects are very harmful. Next, but there are also insects that are useful for plants. For example, many insects help in the pollination of plants. Yes, which we discussed. These all insects are harmful and collapsing the production. In the same way, some insects are very helpful in the plants in improving food production. How these insects are helpful in food production? That is the way is pollination. So what is the meaning of pollination? What is the meaning of pollination?